I'm going to show you how I made this ghost piñata. I started with a piece of cardboard and I lightly sketched out the shape that I wanted. Then I went ahead and cut that out. I took the piece that I cut out and I placed it on top of another piece of cardboard and traced that so I had the exact same size. And I cut that out. I went ahead and measured another piece of cardboard for the side walls of the piñata. I let mine measure at 3 1/4 inch and I left 3/4 of an inch on either side. Then I went ahead and connected those dots. I cut that full 4 inches of cardboard with some scissors. Then I gently scored the top half of this piece of cardboard where the extra overhang is going to be. As you can see, I go ahead and fold where I scored it and I rip off the top half of that cardboard. This is going to leave me with like a thick piece of cardboard paper that I then go ahead and cut into strips, and that's going to help me connect the pieces of the piñata together. I don't know if this is necessary, but it's what I do. It's what I find really holds the two pieces of cardboard together. I go ahead and flap those pieces over and hot glue them until that full piece of cardboard is covered. And then I go ahead and I flip that over and I add the second face of cardboard so that it makes the full shape. I go ahead and hot glue it exactly like I did the other side all the way around. Once it's fully assembled, I go ahead and cut a piece out so that there's an opening so you can put candy inside. Then I go ahead and take a roll of crepe paper banner and I wrap that several times around a roller. I just found this to be the easiest way to get all of the fringe cut in a cohesive way. This is not the best quality crepe paper, but it's great if you're a beginner and just trying to figure things out. Once I have all of that fringe cut, I begin to place strips with hot glue on the front face of the piñata. When that whole front face is covered, I trim off the excess of the sides and I glue those down, and then I flip it over and repeat it on the other side. Once that's fully covered, I then flip the piñata over to the bottom and I start doing the edges. I start in the middle, I fold a piece of crepe paper and attach it with hot glue so that it has even edges. And I do that one way and then I flip it over and face it the other way. I do this so that when the piñata is standing straight up, each side of the piñata, the fringe is going downwards on both sides. And then I continue this process until the entire piñata is covered. Once it's completely covered, I go ahead and I trim off the excess so you can really see the shape at the bottom. Then I go ahead and poke some holes inside the top so that I can attach a zip tie. I feed the zip tie through the hole closest to the candy opening. Then I attach another zip tie to the end of it upside down with a piece of tape so I can pull it through. And I do it this way just so that I can hide that top head of the zip tie inside of the piñata. I remove the tape and put it through the other side, and I put my hand inside the candy opening to fasten the zip tie. For the ghost flower crown, I'm going to make that out of tissue paper. So I get different colors and I cut an even circle out of all of the colors. And then to make each of the flowers, I'm going to take 4 pieces of crepe paper and elmers glue them together. This is my first time ever making flowers out of tissue paper, so I am just gluing them all together and folding them in a way and then separating each of the layers of tissue paper so that it makes kind of like a flower petal shape, and I repeat this with all of the colors. Once I have all of the flowers made, I go ahead and glue those down, and then I cut a face shape out of some construction paper and I glue that down, and I flip it over and repeat it on the other side so that it's a double-sided piñata. And here's the finished piñata. Let me know what you guys think, and happy Spooktober!